Let's go!
Hey guys, it's Sydney.
And Andy.
Megan.
And Sam.
Woo!
We are Super Bowl champions.
F that team up.
To say the least, we really did. I mean,
What a day, man.
what a day, what a week.
What a month. What a year. I mean, what a season.
2025 is going to be like the best year ever at this rate.
Well, it's off to a great start.
It really is.
It's off to a great start.
How's everyone feeling 3 days post? On top of the world.
Produced up.
I'm still feeling great.
Incredible. I can't stop thinking about it.
I can't stop
watching videos.
My screen time has skyrocketed.
I've been watching that video of Patrick Mahomes fumbling that ball and getting punched in the face just over and over. I just leave it on my phone and go to my cart, pick it up, and it's just whack, whack. I love it.
My favorite is the voicemail that Saquon's daughter left.
That made me cry.
My God.
Yeah, it was awesome. I mean,
it's awesome. It really doesn't get old.
No, it doesn't. So it's funny you said that because, I listen to WIP. So I'm working by myself right now. No other guys from my company, but all the other contractors are there. And I got WIP on the radio. And a guy says, man, aren't you getting tired of that? And I go, are you kidding me? I've been a season ticket holder for 40 years. This is their second championship. Nope, I'm not getting tired of this. I can do this all day, all week, all month, all year.
Oh my God.
You tell him.
That's so exciting.
Yeah, it's unbelievable.
How many times have you watched the game?
So I've watched the first half. I just got done watching the first half, which I'm going to have to go back and watch it from the beginning to the end and just put 4 hours aside and just watch it. So, but I have been enjoying myself with this win. Like, I've been watching a lot of highlights, watching that stuff. I spent Monday night listening to Kansas City sports talk during the day, which is a pleasure to listen to them people. So I've just been enjoying it. Yeah. Listen to just plus work. That whole work thing's still in the way.
Well,
So I'll watch bits and pieces of it between now and the weekend, and then after the parade, maybe Saturday morning, I'll get up and just watch. But yeah, it's unbelievable. I mean, I don't really need to watch it. I can see it right now in my head. I could see that loss in my head from 2 years ago. I could see this. That's unbelievable. Like, you guys what a night. I couldn't imagine being your age and having to experience that. You have no idea how jealous I am of that.
We're privileged, to say the least.
I said, I can't imagine what you would have done, like his dad would have done if you were in your 20s when they won a Super Bowl.
Like,
that's what I would say. This is
you guys saw this team win 2 Super Bowls by the time you were 25, 24 years old.
Yeah.
I'm
like perfect.
Slightly older than that. Let me see.
It's my Super Bowl ring.
Nice, beautiful.
Because I can't believe it survived the night. Barely. I almost got blown up by a firework.
Yeah, I heard this.
That was the
video. I did not realize how close we were to being.
The video was so bad. So we were on.
I don't want to say it.
And a guy was lighting off a firework right next to us, but he accidentally did it sideways and it comes right to me and then it blows up. I ran out of the way. Sam left Megan in the dust.
Ran off without me. Didn't
Every
think
man
twice.
for himself.
Damn.
You got to think on your feet in those situations.
I keep asking you to take care of that, man. You can't be running.
Megan actually saved my life because I ran to
The thing is, she was hiding behind me. I couldn't even see her.
I literally heard him go, oh, he left. And I was like, right here.
Oh, my God.
So we lived to tell the story. It was crazy.
So let's talk about Our day.
Let's start at the beginning.
Let's start at let's go back to Sunday morning. What time did everybody wake up?
I was up at 8.
I don't
And
remember.
what did you do?
Nothing in the morning, and we got cheesesteaks at 11.
As one would.
I remember that.
And just like twiddled your thumbs.
I was so bored all day. It's a long day, a lot of anticipation. And then you came over, and everyone else can share the rest of their mornings.
Dad, go ahead.
So crazy. I went to bed. I went right to sleep. I slept fantastic. One of my best nights, right? Just unbelievable. I was just so confident.
I can't listen to him.
You know what I said last week? I told you what I thought was going to happen. I felt that way. I slept unbelievable. What's weird is I slept the same way 2 years ago. It was the best night I ever slept, anticipating a game like that. But you know what's crazy? At 4:30, I popped awake.
Popped awake.
Just no alarm, no noises, just awake. And I just laid in bed till like 7:30. And had coffee.
Oh my God.
Yeah, had coffee and just I watched The Good, the Bad, the Ugly. I was watching some mobsters and some crime shows, went food shopping, and headed to Brownies around 3:30.
Okay. As for me, I woke up at 6:30. I made myself stay in bed until 7:30. Shot right up, went for that run, twiddled my thumbs for hours until it was time to go to Megan's house.
Called me like 10 times.
We talked on the phone like 10 times. I called Dad on my way to Megan's. It was just, and then even so then me, Megan, and Sam went to their friend in the city, their apartment. And by the time we got there, it was 4 o'clock?
And we were still so bored.
Yeah. And then even then, go downstairs with all the food and stuff for the party, and it's 5:45, and we're like, seriously? We have 45 minutes left still? Longest day ever.
It's a long day. Yeah, that's why, I don't know. I got the Brownies probably like a quarter after 5. And when everyone showed up. But like I said, not even that the day was long. They start the game, and then they do the coin toss. And I get it. Then they did the survivors of the New Orleans tragedy right up. But let's go. Let's get this over with, right? Like the halftime show, that 9-hour pregame, you could have squeezed a Kendrick Lamar full concert in that pregame.
So
and just a regular halftime.
I'm so glad you brought that up. Why don't we just talk about that now? How did you feel about Kendrick, Dad? Your first time ever hearing him?
Well, the first time I saw him, I said, damn, I thought he was taller. He's like my size.
Dad, we need to get you a pair of flare jeans. That's what we need.
I don't know what they are, but I don't know.
That's what he was wearing.
Yeah, I saw it. I don't know that song. I don't like. It was too noisy at Brownies. So maybe I'll watch the halftime show on Saturday, and I'll have.
Yeah, you can watch a second of it.
I'll watch a better update for you next week.
I didn't watch any of it on Sunday.
They said he was making fun of other rappers or whatever, and
him and Drake.
Don't go down this rabbit hole, Dad.
I don't know who Drake is again. So,
but when we rewatched the game on Monday,
is Drake a Toronto Raptors fan?
He likes Toronto.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like that guy.
Okay. Let's just watch this now.
He's out. All right.
Let's move on to the game. So,
what?
Everyone say their favorite play.
Well,
one right answer to this. Cooper's 6.
There's a million right answers, and I can't pick a play. The play that you knew that they were winning the Super Bowl. Like, I don't know about you, but Cooper DeJean's touchdown return, I just said that team's not coming back from this. It was only 17-0. It was early in the second quarter, and I just said they're not coming back from this. This you could just see that the Eagles they were not losing that game. I never thought they were losing that game. Never thought they were losing.
None of us ever thought they were losing that game, but apparently, like, everyone else in the world did.
Well, I don't know. They started off, like you said, you said Kansas City was going to start off a little better, but really, it was 10-0. It was kind of a game. We threw an interception, but even with all that going on, he threw an interception on 3rd and 10. They took it at like the 6-yard line. That's better than 90% of the punts we're ever going to get, right? So that worked out for us. Like that mistake worked out for us, right? They jump off sides on a field goal. He made the field goal they jumped off sides on, and he made the next one. Like their mistakes didn't kill them for some reason. And I just, like I said, once he ran that ball back for a touchdown, you just felt like it was on and they were going to roll that team.
What was your favorite part?
I felt that way.
Megan.
What was that?
What was your favorite part?
Oh, don't cut Dad off like that.
Was it
I thought it was done. You never know when he's finished talking.
Elliott?
I can go all day.
I know. That's why we had to cut you off somewhere, Dad.
I liked Devonta's
Touchdown.
Yeah, his touchdown.
46-yarder.
Yeah.
That was right.
In the basket.
In the
What
basket.
What a pass. What a pass. And that was a kill. Unbelievable.
So yeah, that was my biggie. What's going on with that? Did everyone just say he's not good?
Who?
Devonta.
No, why would they say that? Devontae Smith.
Like I've been seeing things just like this proves like whatever.
So this is what Devontae Smith did on Sunday. He's one of only like 5 people to have won a national championship, won a Heisman Trophy, won a Super Bowl.
Oh, you won a Heisman?
He won a Heisman. And I think he's one of the first wide receivers in Alabama history to catch a touchdown in a Super Bowl. So now Devontae Smith is the man. He's not the Slim Reaper for no reason. He's incredible.
Right.
How does he come up with these things? Sam, what was your favorite part?
Probably Jalen Carter. That was just electric. And just shut it down. Strip sack, punch to the dome. Why not?
He was a beast.
It was just the, after pretty much everything, just sealing the deal and saying we're here. It was like, don't mess with us. What I got from it. So then next year, 2-peat.
Don't start saying that.
We're not on the next year.
No, that literally.
I'm going to.
Yeah. AJ Brown's getting back to work already.
Listen,
now we gotta focus on next year.
Listen, we don't have to focus on next year. We're not the ones playing the games. We're going to enjoy this. The parade's on Friday. AJ Brown's going to be there drinking, partying, having a good time. And he's going to go back to work. And I think hopefully they learned from what happened 2 years ago. I think what you've seen this year, and I said it in almost every episode, if they work hard, they will win. If they don't work hard, they're not going to win. And I thought what you saw Sunday was a team that had a plan, put that plan to work, went to work, followed that plan to a T.
It was incredible. The defense,
To a T.
everything. There's really like not one. It was so fun to watch.
Every player made a play.
Yeah.
They named every player in that game. You pick a player, and he made a play. Pick a player. Odramo, tackle in the backfield. Jalen Hunt, sack. Right?
Maddox
Gordon
Smith
Davis,
played,
sack.
too. He came out of nowhere.
Who's this?
Maddox came
Yeah.
out of nowhere.
Came out of nowhere. Makes a play. Gets his
Yeah.
name, right? Like, Jahan Dotson, 2 giant catches, right? Hey, didn't hear from him all season. Shows up for the playoffs. Like, every player made a play. Gainwell made a big tackle on special teams. I'm not going to say, I'll let you guys say when we get to that part of the program.
Okay.
I can't wait.
I don't know what he means.
There's a part coming up. You'll see.
You'll
Okay.
see. All right. So the big thing, I mean, Sam kind of mentioned it. Sacks. It was like Sack City. It was so fun to see Patrick Mahomes get beat down and just look so aggravated.
Yeah.
So-
I don't know if you guys go play by play, but just defense in general, like the 2 interceptions are crazy. Like that was awesome to see. Especially Zach Ball just sealing the deal, just being such a good player all year round. Love that dude.
Yeah, had a great year. Like the last 4 weeks with that defense has been so much fun to watch. Like that defense.
What does that say about them?
The nastiest.
They're the nastiest defense that we've put on the field since Reggie White, Jerome Brown, Wes Hopkins, Clyde Simmons.
I said this the other day. It
Andre Waters.
doesn't matter what the situation is. If I was in any trouble, that's who I would want to call. The defensive team.
Yeah. If the game's on the line, well, I don't know. I'll be honest. Like I told you last
I'm
week.
not talking about the game. I'm talking about if I need to carry something down the stairs or if
I
they
don't know. Did you see
my car up?
Did you take notice of our offensive line?
Well, yeah, they're pretty bad.
Yeah. So listen, that defense is just ferocious. They're a mean, nasty team. Jalen Carter is a mean, nasty, solid football player. That kid's going to have a phenomenal career.
Mm-hmm.
You guys are so lucky that I had you in the time I had you.
Thanks, Dad.
You're welcome. I timed that perfectly, man.
It's like you knew.
It's like if I knew. Unbelievable. I just can't say it was incredible. That defense is incredible.
You really need to talk about this guy right here.
Number one.
Jalen, number one.
Number one. Can't throw the ball. Can't do this. Can't do that. Can't do this.
Nobody even says his name.
Right? They still say. They still put Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson,
Patrick Mahomes.
Well, listen, Mahomes has three Super Bowls and 2 MVPs. I mean, I get like
overrated
Jalen Hurts
is a real word.
Jalen Hurts is a winner. He's a winner. He's a great quarterback. He's a great quarterback. I feel the way those people in Kansas City feel about Patrick Mahomes is how I feel about that guy.
You can't say anything bad about him.
No, listen, City, if we were somehow lived in Kansas City and grew up Chiefs fans, you would have. I know. Thank God we didn't. Yeah, thank Grandpa she didn't. But just I feel like that's how I feel about the kid, man. He's just.
You really love him.
He has a will to win. Yes, he has a will to win. He has a will to win, and that's. He's not gonna take that loss, and if he does, he's gonna come back stronger.
He wanted to go to Disney.
He went.
I don't think he wanted to be there.
Really?
He didn't really look too comfortable there.
Over. I don't think he loves the attention. Like
he didn't look too comfortable there.
Like keep to himself, like humbled, focused guy.
I agree.
Yeah, he's probably been dealing with a lot of stuff over, since he got to college, playing at Alabama. There's a lot of pressure on a 19-year-old kid.
Keeping his lock screen.
Yeah, and he's still keeping it.
Yeah, he said he's going to keep it. And I think that says a lot about the difference between him and Patrick, too. Patrick left before the confetti even fell this time around.
So
Jalen really soaked that in
But what I'm telling you is, I think Patrick, that was his 5th Super Bowl.
He's not above everybody because he's a big many times. He still lost, and it wasn't even a loss, Dad.
He went to Jalen. I sent you that video. Like, I'm not trying to defend Patrick Mahomes. You're killing me here, man. You're killing me, making me do this. He went to Jalen in the middle of the field. He congratulated him, told him to enjoy it. I don't know what else he said. You couldn't hear it all. But that's more than Tom Brady did for Nick Foles.
That's no surprise because Tom Brady is the worst.
Okay, so this guy's not that bad.
Comparatively to
you don't have to compared to Tom Brady, this guy's not that bad. You don't have to hate him, right? I mean, you don't have to like him. You can hate him, right?
Not saying that.
But what I will tell you is you have to respect someone's talent. You might not like it. Like, I hated Joe Montana. I hated that guy. Hated him. He was a great quarterback. It's just what it is.
Give him too much airtime, honestly. Can we move on?
Yeah.
I agree.
Okay.
So, Jalen, great game. Great.
Jalen just does it all.
Pass it. Yeah, incredible.
Does it all. That pass to Devontae, that pass that, like, he started off with that pass to Goddard. What did you say?
Game.
His running game.
And he runs when he needs to. Like, even though Barkley didn't get the yards, they handed him that ball 25 times, which kept Kansas City off balance. Because they didn't want to let him start going off. And, they picked their poison.
Yeah, it was very unpredictable, and it was perfect. Yeah. Perfect execution.
So how are we feeling now that, let's talk about the coaching staff, obviously. Very happy for Sirianni. That was cool to watch too.
Yeah.
So the guys love him.
Yeah, and can you blame them? They've been to 2 Super Bowls in 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
He has their back for everything. He takes so many shots for that team, for them players. Think about that Seattle game last year where he said that he called the wrong play when Jalen and AJ decided to improvise. And he lied about it. And AJ came out weeks later and said, that's not what happened. We just did whatever we wanted. And he lied about it and said that was my fault. And that, them guys like something like that, man, because they would have got roasted for doing that.
That's also what a leader does, though,
Well, you're supposed to take blame.
I never jumped off the Sirianni train.
No, neither did I. I wanted him to.
Time to pay him some respect. Guy knows what he's doing.
Yeah. You can't win that many games and be a bad coach.
No.
Yeah.
Unless Andy Reid.
I know they have their. Oh, he doesn't.
That's what he said.
So I do say that Andy Reid. What I say is.
Ooh, gotcha.
I've said this. I didn't. This is what I said, Megan, and I said he's no better a coach today than he was when he left Philadelphia 12 years ago. He was a good coach. He wasn't a great coach. He has his flaws just like everybody else. And unfortunately, or fortunately for us, we got to watch all those flaws come out on Sunday. That guy cannot think on his feet. When things are going wrong for Andy Reid, it's a giant problem.
He can barely walk on his feet.
He was exposed.
But he's been like that his whole career. The problem is he's been lucky enough to have good enough players and good enough talent that doesn't happen to him all the time. And every once in a while, he runs into a buzzsaw. And that's what happened. They ran into a buzzsaw. It was the most beautiful thing to watch. It was like that Rios guy on WIP says, what's he call it? Beautiful violence. And that's what that was. That was beautiful violence on Sunday. Beautiful. I don't know. that first Super Bowl they won was so emotional. I don't know if it was because it was first, because of the way it happened, because of this, but really there was no emotion in that game. It was just a flat out ass whooping.
But it was like fun.
There was no
Megan
emotion.
were locked in.
We locked in the whole game.
Me and Megan stood in the same position, jumped up and down for joy.
So
Really
the
fun.
play that's set is the DeJean play, the play that really made the party you were at go crazy, or was it the Zach interception?
So here's the thing. Our party was like kind of set up with like the people who were like into the game but standing, and then there was like a sitting only room. So we were like pretty divided the whole time.
Yeah, it was like 3 sections. There was like
We
standing.
lost our minds when Cooper did that.
So
Yeah.
I lost my mind.
I feel like everyone was pretty locked in though. Like
that was the play that I felt like you could feel the whole city shaking. And I was nowhere near the city because Brownie's house was absolutely insane at that point.
I've never felt like that before. And I said earlier in the week, I said to Courtney, I was like, Cooper DeJean is going to get an interception. I know it. Like, this is going to be such a good game for him. I should have wrote it down. I should have said it.
You should have.
I'm so happy for him.
I wish we all would have put money on the game.
I know. We really need to start gambling.
No, we don't need to start gambling. That's not the answer.
We would have made so much money off of this game, Dad.
That's not the answer. Listen,
okay, but
it's not the answer. I'm sorry. It's not the answer.
Vic Fangio, obviously.
I mean,
9th Super Bowl appearance and first win, or
no,
8th first
no.
win?
He was 0-8 against Patrick Mahomes in games that he coached against Patrick.
Oh wow!
So, but a lot of those teams weren't that good. Them Bronco teams that Vic was on weren't that good. The Miami team wasn't that good. So you have to take that into consideration. This was the most talented group he took up against Patrick Mahomes.
Regardless,
they always got to throw out stats like that. And then once you dig a little bit deeper, like you said, the teams are a little bit worse than it was on.
Yeah, like he's a good defensive coordinator. He had a great year. He saw Zach Bond as a middle linebacker, where they saw him as an edge rusher, and he moved him, and it worked out. He somehow, I mean, this is Howie. There's like that Howie, the scouting department, what they saw in Quinyon Mitchell, like that kid played at Toledo. He's a Super Bowl champion. And he was a major contributor on that defense. Like, Fangio put that kid in great spots, but just their coaching staff just had a phenomenal. Like I said this last week, I don't know what they did in Tampa Bay. I don't know what happened. I don't know if they're playing something. I don't know what happened, but it's incredible that they played that game and are Super Bowl champions.
It all comes back to that game for Dad. He still can't get over it.
I cannot get over it.
Empire.
If you look at those first 4 games, we thought, going to Brazil opening night on a Friday, they played that way. We kind of thought it was just because of where they went. And it was a strange setup, odd, different time zone, different country. Like, it's all weird. So you were okay with the way they played. They got the win. Then they lose to Atlanta.
Who?
Atlanta, right. Yeah, who? Atlanta. And they get lucky and beat New Orleans. Well, they beat them pretty good, right? And then they go and really get spanked by Tampa Bay and really look really bad. Like, really bad. Like, if you could go back and listen to what all the reporters were saying, what everyone was saying. Like,
the reporters, what you said.
I know what I said.
We'll need to bring up clips of that.
I know what I said. What did I say last week, Max?
You were being dramatic as usual?
No. He was saying that we were going to kick their ass brutally.
I think my exact words for last, and I did say, and I said it last week that, I thought that after they played that game, I didn't see how they were going to win another game the way they played that night. Yeah.
Is this
I didn't really mean it, Max, you know.
going with this?
But what I said last week was they were going to give Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid their worst loss in 5 years. And yeah, I was wrong. It was their worst loss ever. So I was dead on. I called this, I mean, you know, I thought they were going to kill that team, and they did.
That's what I was going to say.
What was I going to say?
I called the Super Bowl.
No, that's not what I said. You'll see. We're getting to that part. I can't wait.
So now this is the part where I want to make a public apology to
it's apology
Elliott.
for a job. Who?
Jake Elliott.
Next. Do you hear this? Hello,
You said
Megan.
this on Sunday.
What did I say, Megan? Huh?
You said we would eat our words.
Me and Megan all game, every time he kicked a field goal, we were like, we are eating our words right now.
Not only did he kicked like 3 field goals that he had to kick twice.
Mm-hmm.
And he made them all.
He was drilling them.
He broke a record, didn't he?
He made them all. I don't know. He kicked 4 field goals and 4 extra points. I don't know. What's that? He had 16 points in the game.
Yeah, and I think that's the most ever.
It's pretty good for your kicker.
The only one that wasn't straight down the middle was that 48-yard one,
Yeah.
the second one after the first penalty. Was the
Right.
only one that was not
Right.
straight down the middle.
Yeah, he had, and I just kept
Well,
telling you, man. And it came out today that he was playing injured all year long.
Excuse me.
It's all right.
He was injured.
Hear that?
Yeah, he was fighting an injury all year long.
What type of injury?
They
Aw.
didn't say.
Well, I mean, maybe they should have said that. Why didn't they say that?
Why wouldn't you just own up to that?
Yeah,
Well,
just let
there's
us
reasons
be
why you
hated.
don't tell your opponent what's going on. It's called a competitive edge.
No. Well,
So they
I
milked them through.
never say another bad word. We all have bad days, and I need to be more understanding.
I'm happy he's healthy.
So sorry.
He performs best when he's healthy, and he did awesome. So way to go, Jake.
Dad, it's your turn to apologize now.
I gotta apologize to Howie. Yeah, I gotta apologize to Howie. I was tough on Howie. Yeah. I think Howie's the guy that you have to be the toughest on. Because he's the guy that really runs the ship. He's the captain, right? He's the guy that picks the players, picks the coaches, he's the guy. And I was wrong. I thought the stuff that happened last year was his fault. I thought it was a big problem. I didn't think they were going to be able to get over it. And he did. I thought that letting Reddick go and bringing in that Josh Huff dude or whatever his name is, was a mistake. I mean, Huff seems like he's a mistake. He was a healthy scratch last week. But all in all, I mean, Howie, he's a general manager of 2 Super Bowls. Took us to 3 in 7 years. And he's one of the reasons why,
Someone said that
we are today.
Eagles draft picks this year need to be there needs to be research done on them and scientific research because of how amazing they were.
So their scouting department did. Like I said, I don't know how you can look at a kid playing in Toledo and go, "Oh, he's going to be my starting defensive back, and he's going to be good enough to go to a conference championship." Like Cooper played Division I, he played big time football. That kid didn't. He played in a small college, and to be able to see him being able to handle that, I could see the guy going from Toledo to the pros and becoming a great player, but I don't see that guy going from Toledo to in his first year being that. That's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. Yeah.
It's like Nathan Scott.
Ethan Scott.
Nathan, it's a fictional character.
You got to get over this guy.
Nathan Scott.
So, I mean, all in all,
Just
it
like
was
such a job well done.
Yeah, what a crazy year.
I don't think I'm ever gonna stop talking about it, truly.
What a crazy year.
I do need to stop watching the videos though, because
No, you don't.
my eyes are getting sore.
No, you don't. Well,
My
make sure you save them. Yeah, make sure you save them.
So, what did you guys do after the big win, Dad?
What did we do? Well, they popped some champagne. We celebrated. I smoked a cigar. Well, I lit that cigar early. I lit that cigar at the beginning of the fourth quarter.
Well,
That's
fair.
fair.
It was 34-0 with like a minute
That
left.
was crazy.
I think that's when I lit the cigar. I said, I'm going upstairs. And I just smoked a cigar on the deck, watching the game through the window. And then with like 4 minutes left in the game, I put the cigar out and went downstairs and celebrated with everybody. Then we just celebrated a little bit, watched a little post game. And, I had to drive to work because, drive home because I had to work Monday morning.
You FaceTimed us. You conveniently left that out.
Oh, yeah, we FaceTime. That's right.
It wasn't much of a FaceTime.
What do you
I
mean?
hear a word you said.
Well, we were on our way to Broad Street screaming.
Yeah, it was awesome.
It was awesome.
Yeah.
Very fun.
It was so fun. I'm so happy we were together, Megan.
Me too.
Me too.
Sam's like, I'm about sick of her.
That's awesome.
Now we're stuck together for every game.
Megan, I do want to bring this up. So, what did you say to me before the game even ended about next year?
Oh, I said we were gonna win. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, let's speak that.
I did say that. Sam kind of beat me to it on the
I was gonna
podcast.
say, I thought I was getting ahead of myself.
But I said it first. And I'm pretty confident. I just think that they're gonna play like that every single game next season.
I just think they're such a team and they all have the same mindset and drive. I don't know. I'm in agreement. I'm feeling
Sam,
another.
what do you think?
That
I'm
you
thinking-
do,
well,
girl.
Sam, we already know what you think. You think they're going to.
Copy and paste this roster. You are getting a very similar result.
Okay.
If everyone stays healthy,
I agree.
then they're going to be in a really good spot. And only acquisitions can help.
Right.
I think if you copy and paste, you're going to get a very similar result.
Two things I think happened Sunday. The Eagles took the shine or the aurora, whatever that word is that you would say about the Kansas City Chiefs that everybody said. Or like this team is fit. Yeah, like they took the shine off of that team.
Well, yeah.
I think Cincinnati, Buffalo, the Ravens, they all have a newfound they all believe right now, oh, we can beat that team. Like Patrick Mahomes is just another quarterback now.
I said this to you last night, Dad. I think Kansas City is going to have a tough year next year.
So a couple things.
Extremely tough.
I agree with you because all those close games they won this year, usually you start losing them the following year. There's a wreck.
Clearly they were never that good.
A stat you could file. They're probably going to lose more of them than they're going to win. So they're going to, and I just think that they got beat up. They got beat up in front of 130 million people, whatever it is. A lot of them people watch the NFL. A lot of them are players, and that team's in trouble. The other thing I'd say, I agree with you guys. Sunday night, the Eagles put the NFL on notice that you're going to have to deal with this team for the next 3 or 4 years. I'm not saying they're winning the Super Bowl next year. I'm not saying they're not. I'm saying I'm going to enjoy this to the parade. I'm going to relax. I'm going to watch some bad basketball, hopefully some up-and-coming hockey, start for the baseball season, look forward to free agency, and look forward to next year. But I can't say they're going to win the Super Bowl in February. That's not something you're supposed to say.
called speaking it
Well,
into existence, and we're gonna start gambling now. So
Well, if you want to gamble, if you want to put money on them win the Super Bowl next year, that's just like, put $10 on it, right?
and can it get up to like 1 million?
No.
not worth it.
Doing this.
You're not gonna it's not gonna get up to 1 million. But like I said, you're in for a really good run here, man. Because that's a young team, a young defense, and defense travels. That team is going to be fine. They're going to win a lot of games. We're going to be really happy.
Yeah.
Are they going to win another Super Bowl? I don't know. I can only hope they are. But I believe that they have the ingredients to do it. And yeah.
I'm happy that this year played out the way that it did because I feel like we spent a lot of time together talking about these games, tailgating, going to the games. Like it was just like the perfect year for this to be the way things
Year?
Huh?
A good kickoff year?
Like the perfect kick. Like imagine when
Yeah.
we started this. I would
Well, I didn't think they were going to the Super Bowl when we started this,
I
right?
never expected that.
No.
I didn't know
No.
either.
But here we are. We live to tell the tale.
Yeah.
That's a
It was
saying.
a great year. And you know what tomorrow is?
What's tomorrow?
What is it?
I'm just kidding.
What is it?
Val's
Oh, it's
birthday.
Valerie's birthday.
Yes. That's why I was hoping she came on.
Yeah, we could have sang to her. Well,
Yeah.
she's probably not even going to listen to this, but
I'm sure she's not.
happy birthday if she is listening. What
This'll
a
be
special
Jazz.
birthday.
What's this?
What a special week to have a birthday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. How about this? You go to a parade on Valentine's Day for the team you love.
In the city of brotherly love.
Think
It
about that.
doesn't get more loving than that.
Could it get any more loving than that?
This is like
this
your
team
ideal
is
Valentine's Day,
incredible.
Dad.
It's incredible.
So
Maggie,
what?
you should really take the day off and go.
I agree. I don't know why she's being like that. Sam was like dying to go.
I don't want to tell you what to do, but I think you just heard you've been invested in this team since July.
I think this is a conversation for off the camera.
All right.
So, Dad, what's your parade plan though? Let's not.
I'm waiting to hear from Uncle Rob tomorrow.
So you don't know anything about it.
No, we really don't. I don't know because
The parade starts in South Philly.
it starts at the stadium.
Yeah.
And
So
that's where I think I would like to go because then when they go by, I could just jump on 95 and we can watch it up in the Northeast, closer to home.
Yeah.
By the time they get to the art museum,
We'll be at the art museum.
we could be home.
Dad might be there as well, but it might be a little difficult to find him. So
Who your pops going?
yeah, he might be
To the art
That's
museum?
with a couple of his friends. I don't know where he's gonna drop in at, but we'll see.
Good. Tell him I said congratulations.
I will.
Yeah.
They're very happy.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. Did they watch the game at home?
Yeah, they were at home. I think they had a couple of friends over. So,
Good.
Yeah, he was basking in the glory.
That's
for
awesome. Sure. Yeah. That's fantastic, man. It was like, even though I'm at work, it's like I'm not even there.
sure.
I mean, I'm working. Don't get me wrong. It's just not like a normal week. You know what I mean?
I agree with that. I mean,
Yeah.
I've worked all week.
I hear the radio going. They're talking about plays. They're talking about the people. Are talking about what they did. And it's just, it's just nice. Yeah.
Friday's going to be the perfect way to
Yeah.
the season.
And then you can just relax, spend all your money on garb. You got to find me that picture, man. I've been looking for hours for that thing.
What picture?
The one I have coming down the steps, I need one for underneath.
Oh, man, that's going to be a tall task.
Thanks, baby.
We'll look for you.
All right. Go Birds!
You heard it here first.
All right, I think
Happy Super Bowl. Have fun celebrating.
All right. Love
Super
you
Bowl
all.
champs.
Happy birthday, World
Thanks
Tour.
for listening. Go Birds. Happy birthday, Val.